Hello, Holistic Heroes. Welcome to the channel, and welcome to this week's episode of the Holistic Living for Body, Mind, and Spirit podcast, courtesy of Violet Spring.
Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be diving into something pretty cool.
Yeah.
The science of joy.
Ooh.
But not just the feeling.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about how it can actually impact your health.
Right.
Imagine joy as like a superpower for your body and mind.
I like that.
And that's what we're exploring today.
All right.
Based on the research you sent over.
Yeah.
There's a blog post called Beyond Wellness.
Yeah.
The Surprising Science of Joy and Its Impact on Your Health.
Okay.
By holistic life coach Violet Spring.
Sounds good.
So
often we think of health in terms of what we eat.
Right.
And how much we exercise.
Mm-hmm.
But this deep dive is going to uncover a whole other dimension.
Oh.
The power of joy to actually improve our well-being.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so Spring starts by talking about joy's chemical symphony.
Okay.
And I have to admit that sounds a little out there. Is she talking about actual music?
Well, not quite.
Okay.
Though it is about harmony.
Okay.
Yeah. What's really fascinating here is that experiencing joy triggers a cascade of beneficial changes throughout your body.
So you're telling me
that
just by feeling joy, I'm triggering this cascade of beneficial changes.
Absolutely.
In my body.
Yeah,
That's wild.
It's like your own personal pharmacy.
Oh, wow.
Releasing a flood of feel-good chemicals like dopamine, serotonin, endorphins.
Okay, so dopamine, serotonin, endorphins.
Exactly. They act like internal messengers.
Right.
And they're not just making you feel good.
Right.
Dopamine, for example, is linked to motivation and reward, while serotonin boosts mood and well-being.
Okay.
And then endorphins.
Yeah.
Those are our natural painkillers.
Wait, so joy can actually reduce pain?
Exactly. There's even research from the Institute of Heart Math showing that joy can actually create what they call coherent heart rhythms.
This whole coherent heart rhythm thing really caught my attention.
Yeah.
So you're saying that feeling joy can actually make my heart beat in a more balanced way?
It does.
How does that translate into better health?
So imagine your heart beating like a well-rehearsed orchestra.
Okay.
Each instrument in sync.
Right.
That's what happens when we experience joy.
Interesting.
This harmony reduces strain on the heart.
Okay.
Making it more resilient to stress and even age-related decline.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
So joy is literally good for my heart.
It is.
Spring also mentions that joy's like a workout for your brain.
Yes.
And I have to admit, that sounds pretty appealing compared to my usual gym routine.
Right. Well, here's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
Remember that 2019 study in Nature Neuroscience you sent?
Yes.
It found that experiencing joy actually increases gray matter in the areas of the brain linked to emotional control and resilience.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Joy can actually reshape my brain.
It can.
That sounds pretty powerful.
It is powerful.
Yeah.
It's like building mental muscle through joy.
Wow.
This means you become better at handling stress and bouncing back from challenges.
So experiencing more joy could actually make me more resilient.
Exactly.
That's a benefit I can definitely get behind.
Absolutely.
And speaking of benefits,
yeah,
Spring dives into Dr. Barbara Fredrickson's broaden and build theory.
Okay.
This sounds like we're moving beyond just feeling good into some serious cognitive territory.
Absolutely.
All right.
Fredrickson is a pioneer in positive psychology, and her research shows that joy isn't just a fleeting feeling.
Okay.
It actually expands your thinking and actions. It broadens your perspective and helps you build resources over time.
So it's not just a momentary high.
No.
It's like leveling up in a video game.
Exactly.
You gain new skills and abilities that stay with you.
That's a great way to put it.
What kind of resources are we talking about?
Think problem-solving skills, creativity, even cognitive flexibility, the ability to adapt to new situations.
Okay.
Fredrickson found that people who experience joy regularly have a 28% boost in problem-solving skills.
Wow, that's a significant increase.
It is.
So joy is like a secret weapon for success.
It can be.
The sound of that.
It definitely gives you a mental edge.
Yeah.
And we haven't even touched on the physical benefits beyond heart health.
Right, because it's not just about feeling good mentally.
Exactly.
Spring says joy can actually have a healing touch on our bodies. Lower blood pressure.
Yeah.
Less stress, a stronger immune system.
Right.
Stuff we usually associate with diet and exercise.
Absolutely.
Wow.
This is where we see the mind-body connection in action. Studies at UC Berkeley and Harvard have found that joy triggers the body's natural relaxation response.
Okay, so that makes sense. But what does that have to do with my immune system or blood pressure?
Well, when you're chronically stressed,
right,
your body is in fight or flight mode, releasing hormones like cortisol that can wreak havoc on your system.
Oh, wow.
This chronic stress contributes to inflammation, which is linked to a whole host of diseases, from heart disease to cancer.
So joy is like an antidote to inflammation.
It can be.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
But are we talking about like small everyday joys or those big life-changing moments of happiness?
Both are important, but even small moments of joy can make a difference.
Interesting.
Remember those internal messengers we talked about? They're constantly at work, regulating everything from blood pressure to immune function.
Right. It's like joy is conducting this whole biological symphony inside us, keeping everything in tune and functioning optimally.
That's a great analogy.
But is there any real-world proof that joy can actually make a difference in, say, a serious health situation?
That's a great question. And this is where Spring's post really got me thinking.
Okay.
She highlights a case study from Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center.
Wait, are we talking about joy and cancer?
We are.
That seems like a strange combination.
It might seem counterintuitive.
Yeah.
But they were looking at the impact of a joy intervention program.
Okay.
Alongside traditional cancer treatment.
So they were getting standard care.
Right.
But also this extra dose of joy.
Exactly.
I'm curious to hear what happened.
Well, the results were pretty remarkable.
Okay.
The patients in the joy intervention group showed a 25% reduction in inflammatory markers.
Wait, so joy actually helped them deal with the side effects of cancer treatment?
It did.
That's incredible.
It's important to remember that this wasn't about replacing traditional medicine, but rather enhancing it with the power of positive emotions.
Yeah.
It's like joy was giving their bodies an extra boost to fight back.
That's a powerful image.
It is.
But are we saying that joy can actually prevent health problems?
Yes. That's exactly what Spring dives into next.
Okay.
The idea of joy as preventative medicine. It's not just about dealing with illness.
Right.
It's about staying healthy in the first place.
Okay.
Research in the Journal of Happiness Studies has shown that people who report higher levels of joy tend to have lower rates of heart disease, stronger bones, and better digestion.
Wow, that's a long list of benefits.
It is.
And this is all backed by research.
Absolutely. Wow. And there's even a fascinating connection to telomere length.
Okay.
Which is a marker of aging at the cellular level.
Okay. Tell me more about these telomeres. I have a feeling this is going to be good.
All right. So telomeres are like the protective caps on the ends of our chromosomes.
Right.
And they naturally shorten as we age.
Okay.
But studies have shown that people who experience more joy actually have longer telomeres.
So joy isn't just a nice feeling.
Right.
It's like a fountain of youth.
Yeah, it's like joy is slowing down the aging process at a cellular level.
Wow. But is all this just random luck?
Well,
are some people just naturally more joyful than others?
That's where it gets really empowering.
Okay.
Spring says that regardless of our natural disposition, we can actively cultivate more joy in our lives.
What you mean, I can actually choose to be more joyful?
You can?
I'm all ears.
Okay.
What are some tangible things I could do to boost my joy levels?
Well, remember, Spring's post mentioned the UCLA Mindful Awareness Research Center.
Yes.
They've developed specific techniques for cultivating joy through mindfulness.
Mindfulness, that's all about being present and aware.
Right. Right.
But I'm not sure I see the connection to joy.
Well, it's about shifting your focus to the positive.
Okay.
They have these joy-focused breathing exercises where you concentrate on the feeling of joy as you inhale and exhale.
So instead of just clearing my mind, I'm actively trying to generate joyful feelings.
Exactly. It's like a mini meditation designed to amplify those positive sensations.
I can try that. What else did he suggest?
Loving kindness meditation is another powerful practice.
Okay.
It's about directing feelings of compassion and kindness towards yourself and others.
That makes sense.
Oh.
It's hard to feel down when you're radiating good vibes.
Right.
But meditation isn't really my thing. Are there any other options that are a bit more, action-oriented?
Absolutely. Remember how we talked about movement being a joy amplifier?
Yes. I'm all for moving my body.
Yeah.
But I need some inspiration beyond my usual treadmill routine.
Well, one of the most powerful joy-inducing activities is dance.
Okay.
Especially freestyle movement. It's like combining physical activity with emotional expression and creativity all rolled into one.
I can definitely see that there's something so freeing about dancing, like nobody's watching.
Yeah.
It's like pure joy in motion.
Exactly. And you don't need to be a professional dancer to reap the benefits.
Right.
Just put on some music you love and let your body move intuitively. Let go of any self-judgment and just allow yourself to experience the joy of movement.
Love it. What other kinds of movement are we talking about?
Spring's post also talks about the benefit of getting outside and moving your body in nature.
Oh, I am a huge fan of nature walks.
Yeah.
There's something so calming and rejuvenating about being surrounded by trees and fresh air.
It's not just the scenery, though. Research has actually shown that spending time in nature reduces those stress hormones we were talking about.
Okay.
And boosts mood.
So it's like a natural antidepressant, and it costs nothing.
Exactly.
I'm sold. I'm lacing up my hiking boots as we speak. Any other movement suggestions?
Group exercise classes are another great option.
Okay.
Especially if they have a social element to them.
Oh, yeah. There's something about working out with other people.
Yeah.
You feel that sense of camaraderie and shared accomplishment, and that can be really motivating.
Exactly. It taps into that social dimension of joy that we keep coming back to.
Yeah.
Plus, the endorphins released during exercise don't hurt either.
True. So we've got dance nature walks, group classes. What else?
Spring also highlights the importance of finding flow in activities.
Flow? That sounds intriguing. What exactly does that mean?
So flow is that state of complete absorption in an activity where you lose track of time.
Okay.
You're completely engaged and energized, like you're in the zone.
Oh, I totally get that. It's like when I'm writing and the words just seem to flow effortlessly.
Yes.
Or when I'm lost in a good book and hours just disappear.
Exactly. And that feeling of flow is a major contributor to joy.
Right.
It could be anything, playing a musical instrument, gardening, working on a creative project, even something like coding, if that's your thing.
Right.
The key is to find activities that challenge you just enough to keep you engaged, but not so much that they become frustrating.
That's a great point. It's about finding that sweet spot where you lose yourself in the moment and come away feeling a sense of accomplishment. But what about when you're not feeling motivated to do any of those things? Are there other ways to boost joy that don't require as much effort?
Absolutely. This is where those touchy-feely practices you mentioned earlier come in.
Okay.
Things like gratitude journaling and loving-kindness meditation might sound a little woo-woo.
Yeah.
But there's actually solid evidence that they can increase joy and reduce stress.
Okay. I'm willing to give them a try.
Yeah.
Tell me more about gratitude journaling. I've heard of it, but I'm not exactly sure how it works.
It's incredibly simple, but surprisingly powerful.
Okay.
The idea is to take a few minutes each day to write down things you're grateful for.
Okay.
It could be anything from big things like your health and the people you love to small things like a delicious meal or a beautiful sunset.
So it's about training your brain to focus on the good.
Yes.
Even when things are tough.
Exactly. And research has shown that practicing gratitude regularly can actually rewire your brain to be more optimistic and appreciative.
Wow, that's amazing. It sounds a lot easier than I thought. What about loving kindness meditation? What exactly does that involve?
It's a practice of cultivating feelings of love, compassion, and kindness towards yourself and others.
Right.
You simply sit or lie down in a comfortable position, close your eyes, and repeat phrases like, may I be well, may I be happy, may I be peaceful.
Okay.
Extending those wishes to yourself, loved ones, strangers, and even those you might have difficulty with.
That sounds really powerful. Is there any scientific evidence that it actually works?
Yes. There is a growing body of research showing that loving kindness meditation increases feelings of joy, compassion, and social connection.
And you said you can do it anywhere, right?
Absolutely. You can practice loving kindness meditation while you're walking, commuting, or even waiting in line at the grocery store.
It's a great tool to have in your back pocket for those moments when you need a little joy boost.
It is.
Okay, I'm adding that to my list of joy boosting techniques. Any other practices we should know about?
Well, remember how we talked about the social dimension of joy?
Yes.
Sharing it with others actually amplifies the benefit.
Yes. Laughter celebrations, those good times with friends and family, those moments always seem to lift my spirits.
Exactly. So make a conscious effort to nurture your relationships. Okay. Spend time with people you love, engage in activities that bring you together, and don't underestimate the power of a good laugh.
Laughter truly is the best medicine, isn't it? It's like an instant joy injection, no prescription required.
It is. It releases all those feel-good endorphins we were talking about.
Right.
And it creates a sense of connection and shared experience that strengthens bonds. Plus, it's just plain fun.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
We've got mindfulness, movement flow, gratitude, loving kindness, social connection. It's like a whole toolkit for cultivating joy.
It is. And the best part is that you can pick and choose the practices that resonate most with you.
Right.
And fit into your lifestyle.
It's not about following a rigid program. It's about finding what works for you and making it a part of your daily routine.
Exactly.
But I have to wonder, what about those times when life throws us a curveball?
Yeah.
How can we tap into joy when we're facing challenges dealing with loss or just feeling down?
That's such an important question, and that's exactly what we're going to explore in the next part of our deep dive.
So we've uncovered this link between joy and well-being.
Yeah.
A healthier heart, a more resilient mind.
Absolutely.
And we've even got some tools for cultivating more joy in our lives.
Right.
But life isn't always sunshine and rainbows.
That's true.
What about those times?
Yeah.
When we're facing challenges, dealing with loss, or just feeling down? Can we really tap into joy during those difficult moments?
It's a question we all grapple with.
Right.
And I think the answer lies in recognizing that joy isn't about denying the hard stuff.
Okay.
It's about finding those glimmers of light even amidst the darkness.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's about recognizing that joy and sorrow can coexist.
So it's not about pretending everything is perfect.
Right.
It's about finding those sparks of light.
Yeah.
Even when things feel heavy.
Exactly.
But how do we actually do that? Where do we even begin to look for joy?
Yeah.
When we're feeling stressed, overwhelmed, or just plain down?
Well, one of the most powerful things we can do is to shift our perspective.
Okay.
Instead of getting caught up in what's wrong or what's missing,
Right.
we can try to find something, anything to appreciate in the present moment.
So it's like hitting a mental reset button.
Exactly.
Instead of dwelling on the negative, we consciously choose to focus on something positive.
Right. It could be as simple as savoring a cup of tea.
Okay.
Noticing the warmth of the sun on your skin.
Yeah.
Or appreciating the beauty of a flower.
Right.
These small moments of appreciation scattered throughout your day can act like tiny joy boosts.
I like that. It's like a treasure hunt for joy in the everyday.
It is.
But what about those times when the challenges are bigger than a bad day?
Right.
What if we're dealing with loss, grief, or those major life transitions that just shake you to your core? Can joy really exist in those spaces?
Those are the times when finding joy can feel impossible. Yeah. But even in those moments of darkness, there are often glimmers of light. Those sparks of hope, love, and connection that remind us that life is still beautiful.
So it might be.
It might be a cherished memory of a loved one, a moment of connection with a friend, or even a simple act of kindness from a stranger.
So it's not about ignoring the pain or pretending it's not there.
Right.
It's about holding space for both the pain and the joy.
Exactly.
Recognizing that they can coexist.
And remember, joy is not a destination. It's a journey. There will be ups and downs, twists and turns along the way. But the more we cultivate those inner resources, like mindfulness, gratitude, social connection, the more resilient we become.
That's a really powerful reminder. Joy is something we actively cultivate, not something we passively wait for.
Exactly. And sometimes the most important thing we can do is be kind to ourselves. It's okay to have down days, to feel those difficult emotions. It's all part of the human experience.
That's so important to remember. It's not about achieving some perfect state of perpetual bliss.
Right.
It's about embracing the full spectrum of human emotions.
Yeah.
And finding those moments of joy wherever we can.
Absolutely. And don't forget, there's no one-size-fits-all approach to joy.
Okay.
What works for one person might not work for another.
Right.
The key is to experiment, to find the practices and activities that resonate with you, and make them a part of your life.
So it's about building a personalized joy toolkit.
Exactly.
Filled with the things that light us up and help us navigate those inevitable ups and downs.
Beautifully put. And the more we cultivate joy, the more it becomes a part of who we are.
Right.
And that joy radiates outwards, touching the lives of those around us.
I love that image of joy rippling outwards, creating a more positive and uplifting world.
And that's something we can all be a part of.
Well said.
Yeah.
So, as we wrap up this deep dive into the science of joy, I'm feeling incredibly inspired and empowered.
Good.
Who knew that something as simple as joy could have such a profound impact on our well-being?
It really is quite remarkable.
Yeah.
And it's a reminder that we have more control over our happiness than we often realize by making conscious choices to cultivate joy.
Yeah.
We're not just improving our own lives, we're contributing to a more joyful world.
Absolutely. So to all of you listening out there, we leave you with this. What one small thing can you do today to bring more joy into your life? Maybe it's a random act of kindness, a few minutes spent doing something you love, or simply taking a moment to appreciate the beauty around you. Whatever it is, make it a priority.
Beautifully said. Until next time, keep seeking, keep exploring, and keep cultivating that joy.
Be sure to check the description below for all the goods on today's topic. Thanks for watching, and remember, being a holistic hero is easy. Just like and subscribe to join the journey.